Well, a day filled with nothing but sadness on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. It's been a very sad day. Probably shouldn't even be trying to do a video. But yeah, you see in the title. I had to put Rusty down today. So, unfortunately, he's no longer with us. He's been a great companion for well over 15 years in the truck. Not just this truck. I mean, hell, he's been in lots of trucks. I got him years and years ago when I at my second ever trucking job when I worked at Well Companies out of Wisconsin. I switched to them because they did allow you to bring a dog on your truck, and so got him as a puppy from a shelter in Denver, and he's been with me ever since. And I was in a company truck at first. He was a pretty awful puppy. He tore up a few things in the truck that I had to give back, and of course I got fined like $500 because of what he chewed up. But you know, he was a puppy at the time, and he's been with me over 15 years. So I'm trying to do my best to get through this. I mean, I wasn't going to do a video, but I just thought I'd just throw something up here real quick because so many of you were so nice in the comments, you know, my last video where I was saying Rusty was having such a rough time. And unfortunately, it didn't get any better. He couldn't keep anything down. Throwing up, you know, pooping, it wasn't even poop anymore, it was just liquid. And he was feeling miserable, poor dog. Those of you who've been following my channel a long time, you know he's been on this Galliprant medication because over a year ago he got all seized up. He couldn't even walk, and so we put him on this. And you know, the vets did say, well, this is not the best for him because it's bad for his kidneys, but he's such an old dog that if this is going to keep him, you know, going on in life, we'll continue it. He's been having to wear a doggy diaper for over a year because he's just started peeing everywhere in the truck. And you know, the diarrhea stuff started, you know, that's been off and on for the last 6 months. Every now and then there'd be an accident in the truck, but a couple of months ago or a month ago or so, it started getting pretty bad. And remember, I had to bring him to the vet in Oklahoma when I accidentally clipped off a little bit of his tail trying to cut off a whole bunch of caca-soaked fur. And then he had to have his tail sutured, and then he had to stay there a week. And we got him back about, you know, a month ago. And it's just been having more and more issues, and he wasn't doing good. I made it to Cheyenne yesterday, Thursday. Today is Friday the 18th. It's late Friday. We made it here late yesterday afternoon, and I was going to meet my wife for dinner, and I was hoping he was going to keep maybe getting a little bit better, but unfortunately he didn't. All through the night, he was kept out of both ends. You know, he couldn't keep anything down. The dog was shaking. He's miserable. They closed the road. I-80 got shut down yesterday. So, I mean, I guess in a lot of ways this was kind of a blessing, because then I was able to take care of him today until the very end. So we couldn't go any further last night, so I had to stay in Cheyenne, and instead of going home, I stayed with Rusty in the truck, hoping maybe he'd turn it around. But it was a real rough night. And in the morning, I knew that this was probably the end. So I went ahead and took him in. Because I called and said, look, I think it may be time. And they said, well, Rusty had been to this vet before. Broadmoor East Veterinary Clinic here in Cheyenne. But he hadn't been there in a few years. They said, well, we need to have him see, a doctor, and, to verify, if that's what needs to be done. And they were able just to get me in, immediately, which was great because, we didn't have time to play around with. And so, yeah, they verified. They said, yeah, this is it. So we had to put poor Rusty down. I stayed with him while they did what essentially amounts to a lethal injection. I'm not sure I'd recommend that to everybody. It's tough watching the life just go out of him. But I felt I should be there for that. I felt I needed to be there for that. He had been with me all these years, and that was the least I could do. So, unfortunately, yeah, Rusty is no longer with us. He's been a big part of this YouTube channel. He's always in the opening and the close, and lots of people I know just tune in just for the dog. So, sorry, I just doing better than I was earlier today. But, I know a lot of you are really loyal viewers, and you said a lot of wonderful things about Rusty over the years, and so I thought I should go ahead and just let everybody know. But, yeah, he was my companion in the truck for 15 years. And it's going to be really missed. He was a huge part of my life, my family's life. It doesn't make it any easier when it's coming, and it's probably going to come to this. But that doesn't make it any easier. It's still tough. If you've ever had a dog you've loved that you've had to put down, you know what I'm talking about. And I saw a lot of people in the comments after the last video telling their stories, and of how a couple of drivers I know said they were trying to make it back home before it happened, but they couldn't even make it all the way back before it happened in the truck. At least I could say I was able to get them home before it had to come to this. But still doesn't make it any easier. So it probably wouldn't be, I wouldn't be any better in a day or two if I tried to do the video then. So as far as my load, the receiver, like I said, the road was closed, and the receiver's closed all weekend, so I can't go until Monday. So at least I knew I could take time today to try to deal with Rusty, and I think we did what we needed to, but it's very sad. So I'll deliver on Monday. We'll try to find something after that. That's not really my concern right now. So tomorrow I'll have time here at the house. Tomorrow, Saturday. Like I say, it's Friday night, the 18th. I've got a lot of things I need to get done on the truck. I've got to replace my other headlight. I've got to put in a engine air filter, cab air filter. I've got a... there's other things I can't even think right now. I have to get all the rusty stuff out of here. um, but anyway, we miss Rusty. He was a great dog. In the coming week or so, I'm going to try to put together a video, just a whole bunch of pictures and video of Rusty all through the years. Kind of, we'll do a little Rusty tribute. But right now I just want to say, Rusty, you were a great dog. I loved you dearly, and we missed you. And, you know, I'm not going to say all the subscribe crap and all that. You know what to do if you want to. I just needed to post this, I guess, if nothing else, just to get it out there and just kind of as my own therapy to get through it. So, Rusty, we miss you. We loved you. And I hope he's in a better place.